How's it going, everyone? A little update for you. I'm 2.5 weeks out now from my next show, second one of the year and the last one of the year, and just done a bit of a leg session, trained at Pink's today in Carshalton. Good to catch up with James Hollingshead. He's about to do the Amateur Olympia. So, you know, motivation all round today, but to be honest, I'm struggling big time. Haven't had a cheat meal now for a good couple of weeks. Last refeed I think was an extra 100 grams of oats, maybe a couple of weeks ago, possibly last week, I can't even remember. Body is really fatigued. Mentally I feel really good. You know, when I'm sitting down now in the car I feel like I could go and train again, but you know what, a couple of sets into my session I was really struggling. Texting the boss saying I need a refeed, I need a cheat meal, but yeah, I just had to sort of soldier through. So prep this wise, 8 weeks ago I started dieting. I'm not sure exactly the dates, but it's about 8 weeks ago, and I started dieting for my photo shoot in Chicago, and I started off about 87.5 kilos for that. In Chicago, didn't have scales with me, but I think I was about 83.5, so you know, I lost about 4 kilos over those sort of 4 weeks. 4 weeks on now, I think roughly, and today I stepped on the scales this morning at 80.5 kilos, so I've lost 7 kilos over the last couple of months. It hasn't been the ideal way of doing it, as you'd have seen in my last update, because you know the shoot came first and I decided to compete, so it wasn't slow and steady, so a little bit more erratic this time, but hey, it seems to be on track. The prediction still is to hit stage the same as I was last time, so in what month was it, end of May, WBFF in London, I was I can't even think, I was 78.5 kilos, so yeah, exactly 2 kilos off that now, and I normally lose about 1 kilo in my last week, so 2.5 weeks to lose 2 kilos. Pretty straightforward really, you just got to sort of stick to the plan, keep pushing. Next sort of higher carb day where I might get an extra sort of couple of bowls of oats will be this weekend, so you know, sort of 2-3 days time, and then it's pretty much all go till the carb load before the show. So I'll keep you updated over the next couple of weeks. The good thing is everything's going to plan. I'm feeling leaner, which you'd obviously imagine, since I've been dieting now for a few weeks. Whether I'll be leaner than my last show, I don't know. You know, it depends on a lot of different factors. Good thing is I'm not ill currently, touch wood. Not carrying any major injuries, knee still playing up slightly, but nothing to sort of grumble about. Just sort of hitting the sessions with higher volume, less rest, and you know, lower weight. So really trying to protect my joints, because I do sort of dry out as I get nearer a show, as my body fat levels drop. I'm probably going to be asked what my body fat percentage is at the moment. I'll be brutally honest, I have not got a clue. I will put some photos up on my progress so you can see sort of where my condition's at. I'm going to predict I'm probably sitting around 8% body fat. You know, that's a complete prediction, so a complete estimate rather. Not got a clue. Best way would be for me to go and pay for like a bod pod or a DEXA, but it's money at the end of the day, and money that I don't know if it's that well spent, considering I can just look in the mirror and see how I'm looking and get feedback from Lucy, who's prepping me, and from people I train with now and then. So on the day they're just going to judge me based on how I look. All I can do is bring my best me, so very different look I've got to some of the other guys competing. You know, some of the guys like Jamie Alderton, Lee Constantine, I think I said your name right, mate, Rue Wickman, Dan Ventura, they're all very different physiques to me, so you know, all I can do is bring my best package to the stage, and that's what I'm planning to do in 2.5 weeks time. So speak to you soon. Ciao.